proud to welcome our first keynote speaker.
Yes, I'd like to welcome Nza-Ari Khepra, who founded Project Orange Tree in 2013 after losing her dear friend to a senseless act of gun violence in Chicago. Project Orange Tree soon became the inspiration behind the annual Wear Orange campaign, which is now celebrated nationally. Nza-Ari's also joining us today on behalf of Viacom's Generation Change initiative set out to, hang on. I'm German, I'm sorry. This isn't my first language. Trying again. Nza-Ari is also joining us today on behalf of Viacom's Generation Change initiative, set out to elevate and empower young people driving change globally. There we go. Her mission is to unify organizations and communities with the common goal of ending gun violence. So I'd like to introduce Nza-Ari Khepra from Viacom's Youth Advisory Board.
Thank you so much. Wow. Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Awesome. My name is Nza-Ari Khepra, and I cannot express how excited and humbled I am to be in front of you all here today. Before I tell you a little bit about myself, I first want to thank everyone here. I'm beyond grateful for your presence and attention, and to the YMCA for bringing together young people from around the world. It's moments like this that bring me confidence that our collective future will be brighter than ever before. And I hope that sharing my story can be the first step to showing a little bit of my gratitude to you all. I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago, which is in the Midwest of the United States. My community is beautiful, but it does have a plethora of issues, including gun violence. Although I was aware of the high levels of violence, I still never believed it would impact me. Unfortunately, I was wrong. During my junior year in high school, when I was 16 years old, my classmates and I were violently forced to grow up earlier than anyone should have. On January 29th of 2013, our friend, Hadiya Pendleton, was shot at a park near our high school and later pronounced dead. Hadiya was a 15-year-old volleyball player, honor roll student, and a majorette who had just recently performed in President Obama's second inauguration. Although her passing created a sadness unlike any other I've ever experienced in my community, Hadiya's life became an inspiration for a campaign and an organization named Project Orange Tree, which was recognized on a national and international level. While Chicago's gun violence is known throughout the world, even most Chicagoans don't understand the complexities of it. It's often labeled gang violence, but Hadiya wasn't in a gang. And many young people who are shot and killed every day in Chicago aren't in gangs either. Project Orange Tree, the movement and campaign that I co-founded, is a youth-led violence awareness organization that is focused on fighting structural violence, which is an umbrella term used for things like institutionalized racism, failing school systems, and food deserts. While we, the members of Project Orange Tree, hosted community forums, candlelight vigils, and anti-food desert food drives around Chicago, our movement became the inspiration for the Wear Orange campaign. And also the National Gun Violence Awareness Day. It's in early June, close to Hadiya's birthday. A small but powerful idea that my friends and I created became the motivation for an entire country to declare its desire to eradicate gun violence nationally. The world has cautiously watched the prevalence of Chicago's gun violence continue to grow. During summer, when most youth should be excited about having time off from school, going to the beach, hosting bonfires at the point, Chicago's young people are choosing to learn how to become first responders to gunshot wounds. They're creating organizations to combat violence in their own communities. We are not even officially through the summer, and Chicago has already had over 1,602 people shot. On a national level, there have been a slew of headlines that talk about innocent children, concert goers, college students, and so many more people being exposed to violence in places that are meant to be safe. And outside of Chicago, the problem persists and is as bad as ever. If you look at the news headlines in the last 24 hours, nearly 30 people were killed in mass shootings, 2 separate mass shootings. Even though those stories are tragic on their own, there are many other stories that go untold. In the US alone, on an average day, 96 people are shot and killed. And in an average month, 50 women are shot to death by their intimate partners. These stats remind us that those US lawmakers care more about people's perceptions of their rights instead of their actual safety. Stop believing that gun violence is someone else's issue. Stop believing that your ideas to help a community are not warranted. Start believing that small wins are possible and that communities like these, gathered here today, exist around the world. Motivated and inspired individuals eager to make a difference. Young people who are ready and willing to fight for what is right. Speak up. Let your voice be a catalyst for change. The time to act is now. Thank you. Thank you all for this opportunity. My name is Nza-Ari Khepra. I'm proud to be representing Viacom Generation Change, and I fully intend to change the world.